Hello, I am Taylor.
And I'm Nicole, and this is Glitter and Cat Litter. In this episode, we are talking about karma, Taylor hitting his elbow really, really hard, good customer service, tree trimming, and a lot of other stuff in between. If you would like episodes early and exclusives, please get a membership at glitterandcatlitter.com or on the YouTube channel. And please subscribe and like and all the wonderful things. We appreciate you so much, and we hope you enjoy. Glitter and Cat Litter.
Glitter and Cat Litter.
Can I start with asking you what you want for dinner?
Are you about to ask me what I want for dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I want for dinner?
I have options.
Okay.
Okay, if I didn't have any options, what would you want for dinner?
I have no idea.
In your wildest dreams.
Literally, I couldn't care any less what I have for dinner.
Really? You make my life so easy yet so difficult at the same time.
Why this is my problem.
Because you have to eat, and if you don't eat, then you're grumpy. And then I have to deal with you because you're grumpy. I have to deal with you no matter what, but like I'd rather deal with you when you're happy. Okay, do you want to hear my options?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have skillet, white pesto, marry me chicken, and orzo. It's just chicken and orzo. That was a complicated name. I didn't need to read the whole thing. A chicken Caesar wrap and or salad.
No, that sounds cold.
Sounds cold. Chicken with mushroom and spinach.
No.
Shrimp tacos.
No.
Okay, that's all my options.
All right. It sounds like the stupid long name one is the one we're having.
Chicken and orzo?
Sure.
Because it's hot.
Yeah.
So is the chicken with spinach and mushrooms.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good to me.
I saw someone make it on Instagram. It was just so simple, and I was like, that looks really good.
So you're going to make that?
No, I'll make the one you want.
Oh, I don't. It was the one that I prefer of the four, not the.
Because it's hot.
Yes.
You're so weird.
I'm cold. That's what.
Are you actually cold right now?
I'm like, well, not warm.
I'm content right now. I am feeling good.
Yeah, I'm not warm. I could turn the heater on. What is our house at right now?
Don't do it. The lights are on.
Kobe. What are we at? We are at
Kobe.
72. This guy is cold. I'm going to turn it to 74. Yeah? Is that too high?
At what temperature do all of you set your thermostat at home?
Okay, I already know that there's people that are losing their minds that our house is this warm. Like people freak out when they see how warm our house normally is.
That's why I'm asking, because I'm so curious.
I swear to all things on the internet. No, I swear to all things. It doesn't have to be on the internet. I swear to all things that our home at 74 feels like my mother's home at 68. I swear. And our home during the summer is at like 77.
Yeah.
And it feels like my mom's house at like 70.
So I come from a home that we were rarely home. So we never ran the air conditioning or the heater, like very rarely did we. And so I'm just like comfortable at whatever temperature the house is.
That's not true because the house, you have said in the summers and stuff, you're like, it's pretty hot.
Well, yeah, because now I'm spoiled.
Well, that's not called spoiled. That's just called, enjoying yourself instead of being miserable all the time.
That is actually one thing I wanted to talk about.
Well, okay. Let me clarify that our house can't physically get below 77 during the summer because our house faces west and slightly north. So from whatever, I don't remember what month it is in the summer, but it's like, I don't know, it's probably about May until October.
May isn't even summer yet.
No, I know, but that general time, okay. May to October, the way the sun hits our house is from like 1 p.m. until 8 p.m., it's just getting rocked with the sun.
Yeah.
Like we have new windows and we have we have fine insulation, and it still is just, if we don't turn the air on, it's like 90 in the house.
Yeah. We have a lot of friends that live by the beach, and they are so weirded out that we have air conditioning. They're like, just open your windows. And we're like, that does not work here.
Nope. Oh yeah. No, it's absolutely still, and your house is as hot as it was before.
Yeah.
Or hotter. Yep.
Definitely it's been hotter.
Yeah.
I had a like slip up in my brain last night. I almost asked you if there was a baseball game.
Oh. Yeah, wrong season. It's way too cold for baseball. What do you think this is?
I don't know. I think like looking out the windows right now, it is so bright and sunny. Yeah. And my brain is like, oh my gosh, it's like spring. And it is very cold outside.
Yeah, it's an entire... Oh, well, that doesn't sound so cold. It's 60 degrees right now. But
that's pretty cold.
Look, I'm telling you right now, it is it's a frigid 60. Like she's cold. She's cold out there. It's not warm. This is not a fun time.
But okay, back to making your life easy. I had a realization, which I have this realization at least 4 times a year, that there are many things that I do in life that are just making my life more difficult instead of making my life easier. Like
what?
A very, very small example today was I put the thing that I make coffee in, I put it like in my way. And then I was having to like reach around it to get the grounds. Yeah.
The carafe?
Yeah.
Pitcher?
Yeah, that thing.
Looks like a little...
which is like far too big. Like I could make so many cups of coffee in that.
It's twice the size of your thing, I think.
No, it's way more than twice.
Okay, then it's 3 size. Three
at
size.
least. But anyway, it was just like in my way. And I do things like this daily where I'm like, I should just move this to the side so I don't have to reach around it and possibly break it.
Yeah, it's glass, so that would be less exciting if you did break it.
And then, so I moved it and my life was so much easier. And I was like, how many things do I do daily that are this easy to solve that I just create a problem?
Are you asking me?
No, I was asking myself.
Oh, okay.
Because I was realizing that there are probably a lot of things that I do, which like another example that I'm just thinking of now because I'm talking about it is my glasses case. I put all the way in the back of all my my shelving that has all my lotion and serums and like contact solution and everything. I put it in the back.
You could put it in the front.
Why do I do that? And then I have to reach over and hopefully, like, it's almost like I'm playing a game with myself of like, yeah, I'm playing a game with myself that I'm like, I don't want to knock anything over. And so every morning and every night I play that game.
I do not work in that same.
No.
Not even
Nobody
remotely.
should, but I have a feeling a lot of people do.
Yeah, there's entirely 0 things in my life that are that way. I can't.
What is wrong with me?
I can't think of. There's nothing that I do that is that way.
What is wrong with me?
You tell me. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? You're the one doing it. I could tell you how to organize stuff and you go, oh, that's really great. And you'll do whatever you.
Yeah, your organization does not match my brain.
But it's organized. And when you go, hey, where's the thingy? And I go, it's right over there. You open it and it's right there. And you're like, oh, cool, sweet. And then you move on. Yeah. And most of the time you're like, where's the thing? And you open the thing. You're like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to ask me, but you asked me anyway.
Yeah, a lot of time.
And
I just want to talk to you.
It doesn't work for you? I'm not understanding.
No, it doesn't. No? Not for my stuff.
It doesn't work the same. For my stuff, it works. And you know where it is and you can find it. But for your stuff, you can't know where it is and you have to search for it every time you use it.
Yeah, it's like a fun treasure hunt. We were also talking about kind of the same concept last night because we were talking about creativity and we were talking about how Taylor really, I mean, I think we all thrive in a clean, empty space, like for being creative. If there's a lot of clutter around us, it's not usually beneficial.
I'll throw a table if there's too much clutter on it.
And so, like, look at my desk right now.
Don't.
There's so much stuff on my desk. There is.
She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books, a computer controller she's not using, a keyboard, trackpad, a Lego, an iPad, multiple pens sitting out, a whole jar full of pens and pencils. She's got a hard drive sitting on her desk. She's got a paper pad sitting on there. I put a lens cap on there. That's my fault. There's a wire holder thing that's not organized or put anywhere yet. There is like 4 envelopes falling out of the shelf that's on her desk. She could have easily put them in so it's not falling out. And there's a bunch of stuff on the I don't know what's in that shelf.
It's
also,
just an iPad case.
Oh, it's just that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's definitely a book that's labeled sketch on it that's like 700 pages thick that she's not using.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, there's a couple. Well,
you don't know my life.
Look, it's put away. And there's a lot of other notebooks around it, so it's a pain in the butt to get to it. And then I just noticed a couple more pens and a couple other cables floating around and some Post-it notes that are not stuck to the thing they were originally stuck to.
Because they've been there for so long.
Mm-hmm. So
anyway, that's my life.
It makes me want to throw up.
Taylor's desk has 1 notebook and 1 pen on it.
Mm-hmm. And 1 pad of paper on it.
That is all. And we were talking about
that is oversimplifying what's on my desk, but yes,
but that's pretty much like
no,
things that don't live there.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah.
So we were talking about that and how I can be creative in that mess, because that's how I've lived my life for the most part. And yes, I'm not denying that I would be more creative and more productive without that mess in front of me, but I can do it. And I feel comfortable being creative in that space. Taylor, on the other hand, would lose his mind and spend all the time he had to be creative clearing the space.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'll clear the space, make it happy.
Yeah.
And usefully empty.
And I think that is
empty.
very interesting.
Well, that's why I got storage. I had no storage in I can't even call it an office. Should be a dining room, but it's an office.
It's your office.
Studio,
Yeah.
Let's give it the good name. Studio.
That whole area is your studio in my brain.
Well, yes, it is also in my brain, but if for people who would use a home more like a home. That's definitely the dining room.
The thought of, this is something else that I think it was last episode.
Also, this is a bedroom.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
No one sleeps in here.
The cats do.
That's true.
You don't sleep in here.
No, sometimes when I fall asleep working, I have slept in here in the past.
Yeah, that is, no, does not count.
But, I think it was last episode that we talked about the photos. No photos in our home of us.
Oh, I forgot to post did I post the result to the poll of that? I think I did.
No.
I thought I did.
Because I don't know it.
It was like 80% no.
Really?
I was very surprised.
Huh.
Yeah, for everybody who voted on Instagram for that, I was very curious. I expected it to be the exact opposite. And apparently, a lot of like-minded people are listening and are following. So, there's that.
Huh.
It was very interesting.
That is surprising to me.
But then I also thought, maybe it's generational, and maybe that will change when you have a family.
I do think that, yeah.
Because, then I also feel like if you have a family, it's still kind of weird to have the pictures of you. Like, it makes sense to have the pictures of your family or your kids and stuff.
Well,
but I don't know.
Like Corey and Tom have really good photos in there.
Yeah, I'm mad about it now, though. They used to all be photos I took. Now they're not photos I took. Whatever, Corey and Tom.
But that's really good and tasteful photos of their family.
Yeah, because they have good, tasteful photographer friends.
But that I can understand. And that is it's photos of them and their kid.
So, sure. Except that we also have good and tasteful photographer friends who have taken good and tasteful photography photos.
Of us?
Photography photos. It's the same thing. Of us. And
yeah, but I don't know.
See?
I think if we had a kid, that maybe.
We have cats.
I'm not that person.
You might be. I think it's
I
just
totally am that person inside, but I'm not going to outwardly be that person.
I think it's just you're not the person to have the photos of. We already went over this. We don't need to go about it again.
That's not where I was even going with this. I was just saying, kind of related to that. Like, we used to have a dining table in the space that is now Taylor's studio. And now when I think about the two of us, like, sitting down to eat dinner at a table, it seems so silly.
We do it when we go out to eat.
Yeah. But like at home, we just sit like at our coffee table on the floor and eat dinner.
We do it Japanese style.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's actually called.
Feels
on a
in pillow on the floor.
Yeah.
But that just seems so like that's what should be. Although people argue that we shouldn't like watch TV while we're eating dinner, we should connect.
Yeah, all those people don't understand.
We connect all day long.
Yes, I'm with you all day long, every single day. You can use words I'm not going to say on here, and you can take that for what it is.
Yeah,
because no, absolutely not. But also, like that going into the paying attention and connecting while eating is one. I will absolutely destroy anyone that chews with their mouth open, or I can hear you chewing your food. If I can hear you chew your food, I will lose my mind.
There's a word for that.
Don't remember what it is, but I am one of the people that if I hear you eating in any capacity, I'm done.
So is Alex Earl. She just posted about that.
I don't care. But
anyway, yeah, that is the thing. I am not that person, but I can attest to Taylor being that person because I do not chew with my mouth open. But if he can hear me chew, he will freak out. And so the moment he like says anything about it, I just leave the room and go eat in another room.
Yeah, I feel bad, but it's like it's a thing I cannot stop.
Yeah.
I
get it.
Like you smelling the coffee just a little bit ago.
Oh my God, we shouldn't talk about that.
You could talk about it.
There was a bag of coffee that when we got it, it smelled really interesting. It smelled really good. It was
like a holiday blend.
Yeah, it was like sweet. And then it's been in our cupboard now for a few weeks. I'm going to say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so we opened it up because I was going to try it today and it smelled.
It smells the exact same.
I don't think so.
I'm positive it does because I smelled it and I went, oh, that smells the same. I was like, interesting.
I've never had anything like smell so weird to me that it like made me want to throw up. Like I actually have a bad sense of smell. So I don't know what happened with that, but oof, no good. Not for me. So this is tea because I was going to make more coffee and I was going to use my mug. I got the Ember mug that keeps my coffee or tea hot. And it has been a life changer. It is so good. I wish I had like an affiliate code for that.
You probably can.
Maybe I will.
Well,
that might be
there'll probably be something in the description or somewhere. Maybe in the like affiliate links page on the site. Yeah.
We should try to do that.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Because dang, that thing is a life changer.
I think at the very least it's probably on Amazon, so that works.
Yeah. Because like even just sitting here recording the podcast, my coffee goes from hot to not hot.
That's how liquids work.
It's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, I feel that. You know what else is frustrating?
What?
My elbow.
This is an example of karma.
Hey, no, not a chance. And I'm going to tell the story.
Say your piece and then I'll say mine.
You don't have peace in this.
I do.
We have knobs on our cabinets.
Knob is a funny word.
It is not a knob. It is a handle. We have handles on our cabinets. They're actually T's. I did not realize that they were T's.
For Taylor.
Until they were on all of the cabinets and I had to replace one, I think is when I realized. Didn't you pick them out at Home Depot and then you brought them home?
I didn't pick them out because they were a T.
Well, neither did I.
I just thought they were cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, exactly. So they stick out, I don't know, like an inch or so. But it's like a T, but the like what normally on a T is the vertical is what holds it onto the cabinet door. So the up and down are the sideways part of the T. So it's for if you're watching, it looks like that. If you're not watching, I'm sorry that my example is really bad on how a T works, but that's what our cabinet thinks. Like. You can grab it. And so very rarely have I hit my elbow on them. It's not the first time I've done this, but this is the worst I've ever hit my elbow, I think, in my entire life. I have zero idea how I did it. I don't know why I was not upset like she's claiming I was. You were in the shower. You have no idea. I was just putting away. I made like a yogurt granola fruit situation. Let's call it a parfait, you know.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a parfait. I don't
for breakfast.
Sure. You know, let's keep it fancy. And I put the granola and the peanut butter away, and I pulled my arm out. It's probably this motion. And I went right on the, like putting it up, and then I pulled my elbow out.
Yeah, so the right one was closed?
No, the bottom one, because we...
Oh, you hit it on the bottom.
Well, it has to be because I opened both the top. So we have two sets of cabinets, the 2 doors on the bottom, 2 doors on the top.
I feel like the bottom's too low.
When I put something on the second shelf of the top one and I pull my elbow out, they're at like my chest height.
Okay.
So I pull my elbow out and I hit it. It doesn't really matter this detail of how I hit it, but I have never hit anything on my elbow so hard that if I straighten my arm, it hurts a lot. If I bend my arm, it hurts a lot. But I know for sure I fully hit my funny bone and there was nothing funny about it. No, I was so angry.
So I heard this while I was in the shower and I thought that he was like slamming shut the microwave.
No, that was my elbow hitting the cabinet.
But there were 2 noises. So did you hit something?
I dropped the granola that was still in my hand.
Oh no.
Because I hit it so hard.
Oh no.
And I did my very best to not yell the profanities super loud to stress you out. So because I knew that you'd freak out. So I just kind of quietly said them to myself and was very upset because that hurt so bad.
Before this, the reason why I'm saying it was karma was before this, Taylor was mad at me because we misunderstood each other.
By misunderstanding, I asked Nicole, because she cut my hair before this. Does my haircut look good? If you're an audio listener, I have a pretty good haircut. Nicole is my hairstylist. She is not taking appointments. It is by appointment only for me. So
customer of 1.
Yeah. So she was gonna cut my hair, and you know she cuts it when it's wet. So I was like, "Can you shower first so that you could cut my hair?" And she says yes, and then proceeds to tell me this whole thing of her plan of what's going to happen while I'm in the shower, and then she's going to shower after me. And I look at her and I go, but you just told me that you were going to shower first in response to my question of, are you going to shower first?
So I missed that first half and I said, yeah, let me take care of you first because he was going to have like a possible meeting he had to get into. So I was going to make food while he showered, cut his hair, and then I would shower and get ready after him. We did not, I didn't hear him and we did not communicate correctly. So he was a little upset with me. And I got into the shower and then I was like, number one, I thought you were just closing the microwave. So when I heard that you had hurt yourself, I was like, this literally only happens when he's upset. The tree trimmers are outside. Right across. Do you see the van truck? They're going to chop up branches. How rude.
Do they not know what's going on in here?
Do they not follow the podcast?
How dare they? And frankly, you're probably not going to hear it because every other time I've had any of these issues, this will be the one time you hear it. But there's any times. If you do,
they're right outside our house.
I'm going to do my best to make sure you don't hear it. But if you do, know that my best is just not good enough, okay?
If they start trimming these, we should move the car, though.
Well, maybe we just need to move the car anyway. But not right this second. Are they going right here?
I don't think so.
What do you mean right across? Like, I can't see wherever you're talking about.
They're doing those trees.
Oh, not even on our street. It's the other street.
No, it's on our street.
Our street is right below our right where we drive our car out. They're right here. They're not out on the street out there, on the hill out there.
geography lesson here.
My wife is horrible at directions, and clearly she doesn't hear me when I ask questions today.
They are parked in front of our garage.
How can you tell?
Because I saw them drive up and I saw them stop.
I'm checking our cameras now because I can't trust you.
I hope you enjoy our conversations with each other because this
Nicole,
is how
they
it
are
goes.
right outside of our garage right now.
Help me. Please. I don't. Can you look at the camera out there?
They're across. They're across out there, or at least they were. I'm glad we don't have to leave anywhere. That'd be a real pain in the butt to back the car out. Actually, I don't even think I could back the car out right now.
Anyway, back to what I was saying was these things only happen when Taylor is upset because he like does things with haste that he doesn't usually do them with. And then he ends up hurting himself or dropping something or something goes wrong. And one day I was like, have you realized that when you're in a bad mood, everything goes wrong? And he was like, yeah, but I can't help it. And I was like, well, you should work on that. So I was saying it was karma because you were upset and you were probably making the food angrily, which you're right. I was in the shower. I don't know.
Look,
I'm assuming, and assuming makes something out of me and you and me.
Look.
I'm looking.
No. That's where
You're
I'm
wrong.
going to leave that.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Yes, that's exactly it. You're tacky and I hate you.
I think you fell asleep before that line.
No,
last
I
night.
watched that line.
You did?
I love that movie. Also, I can quote that. It's like Nacho Libre, School of Rock. I could quote the whole thing. Ace Ventura. I could probably quote the whole thing.
We started The Bear and we binged the first season in one night.
Okay, yeah, that's not a big deal. We've binged some crazier shows in one day. That show was like 8 episodes of 30 minutes each at most. That's easy.
But for
4
us,
hours? Are you kidding me?
For us recently, we have not been watching much TV or movies.
We've been busy, dog.
I know, dog.
I don't like it when you say it. It doesn't work. It's not good. I can't do it. No, man, my elbow hurts a lot, though. Like, to sum this up, my elbow is not in good shape.
Sorry.
I iced it for like 30 minutes, and we're still, like, doesn't feel good. Really doesn't feel good.
Okay, so he tells me this. He goes, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. And then he just keeps doing this.
No, but,
What are you doing?
And I said, I bet if I do it faster, it's going to hurt more. And so I did it faster, and I went, yeah, that hurts more. I had to try. I needed to figure, you know how, like, when you work out, I've only realized
my
this.
My calves right now.
Sure. I've only realized this because Adrian brought it up with running, and he was like, you have to do like another run to like kind of drain out whatever. I don't know. That's some science that I don't understand. But I was like, it's definitely not the same because I heard it, but I'm like, but maybe there's some like, do some stuff to it and it'll feel better. I don't know. So I was trying to figure it out. But it's not working. It hurts. It's not good.
I have compression socks on right now.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Oh, those aren't the crazy ones that you wore to the gym, though.
No.
The crazy ones
those
you
I
wore
put
to the
in the
gym.
dirty clothes.
Yeah.
This feels really good. This looks really weird. Get it out of here. Anyway, these are compression socks because my calves hurt so bad.
We have decided to add a lot of variety to our exercise so that our life can be more interesting. Also, I would like to have, I can't remember the word again. All I can think of is dexterity, and that's not the right word. Coordination. There it is. Good Lord. I'm a pretty coordinated person anyway, but I would like to have more coordination in my life. And
so like workouts that are like HIIT workouts that have a bunch of different moves and like you move one arm and one leg and like alternating and then you jump here, you go there. Taylor's brain and body are not as quick as he would like them to be to do that. And so I think that everyone should do that. Luckily for me, that stuff is really fun and like it comes naturally because of skating, because that's like full on choreography, pushing turns, like
I think you could just stop at the skating part because there's a lot of connectivity to the skating.
So we did a workout like that the other day, and there was a lot of jumping involved. And I don't jump often. I jump rope, so I thought I would be better off. But my calves hurt so bad. And I have really muscular calves. And I'm in so much pain.
Let's rewind a week when you were gone to the dentist or wherever you were, and I did the first one of the HIIT workouts, and then I was going to do the HIIT workouts and then a Pilates workout. A big mistake for anybody who's going to do some HIIT workouts that have not done them before, do them last.
Yeah.
100% do them last. Okay, done with the pro tips. So my calves were as sore as her calves for like a week, and Nicole was making fun of me the whole week, talking so much smack the whole time.
Bringing karma back into this.
Yeah, and you're like, oh yeah, come on, you're okay, you'll be fine. And I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. Like leaning the wrong direction, you making me change or stop my speed of walking makes me want to die right now. And then we do one HIIT workout, and she's been complaining the whole time. And I said, I told you.
So, yes.
And I'm not even being mean to you about it.
He's right. He's not wrong. I am sorry that I was mean about it.
I don't want the apology. I just like that you get to feel what I felt, because now
it was the first time that Taylor has been sore from a workout without me, because we usually do the same workouts, and he did it without me, and I was so proud of him. And then I was like, this is actually really interesting, really fun, because I'm not sore. For the first time, you are sore and I'm not sore. And I was like, this is fun for me. And now I am eating my words because he's not as sore this week, and I'm very.
Ha ha. Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, it's not a fun time.
It's not a fun time.
No, I can't go on. Well, I might be able to today. Yesterday, I could not tiptoe on my left leg.
Oh, I went up on my toes to reach the big salad bowls, and I almost passed out.
You didn't almost pass out, but you definitely couldn't hold yourself up.
I almost sang "Staying Alive."
Nicole's equivalent of passing out is going.
That's like when I was teaching a private lesson. Shout out to Alyssa. This was a long time ago, but I remember it so vividly. She did something and she was like, "Whoa." And I was like, "What?" Because it didn't look like anything. She just said, "Whoa." And she's like, "I fell over." And I was like, hold on, what? Like, she completely reset herself because she like lost her balance so mildly, and she was like, "I fell over." And I was like, "Alyssa, you did not fall over. You're still standing. You barely moved at all." And she was like, she looked up and was like, oh, it felt like I fell over." I was like, oh my gosh. But that is the equivalent to, that comparison. It's a rough time. I really hate being so sore from a workout.
Yeah. I don't know how to prevent it outside of doing more of them.
I think I should have warmed up a little bit more, but I really don't know.
Didn't you
how
stretch?
Good that would have.
You stretched like 10 minutes before. So, I mean, that might as well be the warm up. I'm getting a ton of doorbell notifications. Let me make sure they're not cutting those trees.
The trees are still luscious.
That was your word, your chosen word for them, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know that they're cutting those trees.
Are they over there now?
No.
Are there just people?
The one guy who's been feeding the like break the trees up machine. I don't know, a grinder.
Yeah.
Tree grinder, whatever the heck that thing is.
He's those things are loud.
He's like leaf blowing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. I just don't want our cars to get messed up because one year, I think the first or second year that we lived here, our neighbor's car was outside and they started cutting the trees and they broke her windshield.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
That's why it was like, it's a big deal whenever I see them that I'm like, we got to move the car. And then they're always very grateful because they're like afraid that they're going to hurt the car.
Yeah. Because they'll probably get fired.
I wonder. That sucks because that's like they're not doing that on purpose. I mean, that sucks for everyone involved, but
Yeah.
still.
I mean, whatever.
I have had to speak with a lot of people on the telephone this week. Not this week and last week. And I can honestly say I've had some very good customer service people. I'm very pleased.
That's good. I'm glad that you've had a good experience.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just talking to somebody who's had a really horrible experience.
There have been a few horrible, but remember I was so excited the one day that I got someone who actually was knowledgeable about the thing I was asking.
Oh yeah, I heard you on the phone say like, "I'm so glad that you."
I was
you can
so
actually help
pumped
me.
because that day I had spoken to a lot of people that were not able to help me, and so I just kept calling.
You know, that is kind of the worst is when you're like, "Hey, customer service, I need your assistance." And they're like, "That's great. Here is some answer to something that is not really assisting you." And I'm like, I'm pretty certain you're a human that's on the other side of this because the robot usually gets closer to my answer. And this is just
Put
left
the robot
field.
back on.
Yeah, you know, we might as well put the robot back on and give me no answer.
I've also had a lot of situations for things that like they cannot help me. And they're like, I don't know why the system is doing that. Let me put you in touch with my like manager. And then the manager gets on and the manager.
What are you doing with the cable?
I don't know. I don't know how that happened. The manager is like, I'm going to put a note on this. This should not be happening. And we're going to have to wait and see what happens. And I'm like, can anyone actually fix the thing? Like, it's one of my phones that I was using. I had returned it and we're still being charged for it, like a monthly fee. And I was like, I don't have the phone.
We also haven't gotten the refund for the phone.
No.
Yeah.
So that's really annoying and frustrating. And I know that there are bigger things that like this happens to a lot of people and there's like no solution other than just waiting. And it's like,
yeah,
why is that a thing?
I remembered like, a few weeks ago that UPS's insurance that I paid for on a package that was broken. And I sent them the photos that was like, you guys broke this package. It was packaged well. I have it being packaged and the result of it being shipped with you. And they just have written it off. No. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, how do I even follow up with the insurance? And buying the insurance is like a total joke. I'm like, why would you pay for the insurance?
Was that the thing that you had like sent to someone and then they said it was broken?
Yeah. The thing,
so nothing
DJ mixer
happened?
No. They're supposed to reimburse me for it, but it's like $800, and they just like, nope. But like, there's nothing I can do because there's no one to get a hold of. It's the same thing.
Do you need me to call?
If you want to, by all means. I don't even think I have the photos or anything anymore. They were in an email or I uploaded them to their system, and they just haven't done anything about it. And it said that they take like 5 months to do something about it. I'm like, what the hell, guys?
That's so annoying. I mean, the phone people said it should take like 2 weeks to a month, and it has been a month. It's been over a month.
That's so crazy. I mean, I guess if it's a month of business days, but that wouldn't make any sense. They would have had to tell you the amount of business days, like 20
hope
business
that
days.
You are not currently dealing with anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying to be in the limbo.
And then just like having to remember, like writing it down. That's one of my biggest problems is like, I literally wrote down in my journal today because I was thinking about it and I was like, the phone, this thing, like I have to follow up on 4 things.
God, that's almost like a full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you're not having to do that.
I don't put that evil on anybody.
No.
Having to do any of that stuff.
No. But I need to answer some emails and then contact like 2 of those people this afternoon.
Yeah, well, are any of them East Coast? Because you're running real slim on the time that they close.
Not the ones that I need to contact.
Okay,
no.
Well, that's good because we're barking up the 2:00 tree, which means
time zones. I hate it.
Why?
Because
we've already had this conversation.
I know. We're not going to get into that anyway. But yeah, I have to. A lot of like phone calls that I have to make need to be in the morning because if they're on the East Coast, like business is over in 2 minutes now for them.
Oh yeah, it's 1:58 now.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's been a minute since I said what time it was. Which I think it's actually only been like 20 seconds because, the way time works is,
I wonder, I I know a lot of people that work with people in Europe, and their work hours are wild to me.
Cameron used to work with people in Europe, and their work hours were not wild.
Really?
Well, his work hours were not wild. No, because
it's like...
Well, it depends on the company you work for and how tightly you have to work with that person.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, Ryan works with, or I don't know if he does anymore. I don't think he does anymore. He used to at his previous job.
Because places that are like 9 hours.
He was working with people in India and Spain. Cameron was.
Interesting.
I think it was that. Is that who it was? No, that was Ryan. I don't know. One of them was working with people like that, but his job was like 7 to 4 or 7 to 3, whatever the shift hours, instead of 9 to 5 or 9 to 6.
That would just mean that their hours were probably a little bit weird, not his.
No, both were slightly shifted, but they're not. They were doing it so that like the end of the workday for Europe and whatever is the beginning of the workday for Ryan. So it just attaches that way instead of.
Because a lot of the people that used to join from Asia joined my live classes that were at 5 p.m. here. They would wake up so early to join the class before they started their day.
That's so crazy. That's so cool.
Right?
I wish I cared about something enough to wake up that early. I mean, I guess I wake up relatively early anyway.
You will have something in your life that you...
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I thought it was a great thing.
The obsession of waking up early for something?
Yeah, for like a class that you want to join, a live class. That's so fun. It was very fun.
The word class in there just is a big ol' I don't want to be a part of it.
Goodness.
Look, I'm just being honest.
I get it.
Put class in it, and I'm as far away from it as possible.
I have a live in-person class / workshop this weekend that I am so excited about.
Calling it a workshop? I'm interested.
I'm really excited.
Calling it a class? I don't want to be there.
Well, you're going to be there.
Ugh.
Actually, we haven't talked about that. Will you come?
I don't know. It depends. Are we going to hang out with Holland after?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Then I'll come.
Taylor's obsessed with Holland. Always.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Can I hang out with Cassie? I'll go as long as I get to hang out with Cassie.
I don't know. That's up to her. I'm not going to say.
Jonathan. I don't know who's going to be there.
Kip might be there.
Kip? Anyway, I hope you have a good day. I hope you don't have to stay on the phone a lot if you don't want to be on the phone a lot. And I hope you are dealing with 0 problems. Only solutions.
And if you're dealing with problems, I hope they have very swift solutions attached to them.
Good one.
Hey, look, I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
Taylor Swift. That's what I was thinking when you
Literally,
said Swift.
How dare you?
We hope you have a good day. Thanks for being here.
If you like the episode, please like it. Please subscribe. If you want episodes early and exclusive content, you can sign up on the YouTube channel or glitterandcatlitter.com.
And if you like Taylor Swift, leave an emoji in the comments if you're on YouTube.
And if you don't like Taylor Swift, leave the poop emoji, please.
Goodbye.
Bye.